Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to end a video. This is a paid request for James. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested, request any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, video game playthroughs, what have you. We'll try to get to as soon as I can, and feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal, especially if you use the family and friends option. PayPal seems to be the best bet for that. Or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. So he wanted me to do a commentary on, I guess, a new documentary that came out, The Greatest Night in Pop 2024. I guess about the making of the We Are the World benefit, which had Michael Jackson and Ray Charles and all sorts of people involved. So, since I've never seen this, there's going to be a lot of me probably listening to hear what's going on, but do my best. It's my first time watching this. I know it's a bit dark, but well, you know what? Let's put the light on. There we go. Let's have the light on for now. Alright, so I'm pause the beginning. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. So this is a Netflix documentary, as it says there. An MRC film. Just for Sinking. A Dorothy Street Pictures production. So yeah, a lot of footage behind the scenes. Yeah, Bruce Springsteen there, Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Ray Charles. USA for Africa. There's Kenny Rogers there, rest in peace. Huey Lewis. There's Willie Nelson. That's pretty cool though. I didn't know there's so much behind the scenes. I guess it makes sense. Of course, there would have been some flies on the wall. They have this many artists in one room. Ray Charles, Willie Nelson, Kenny Rogers, Michael Jackson, Bruce Springsteen, Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, Tina Turner, Huey Lewis. I like the way this is edited. We get to see how a cassette tape is made. That's pretty cool. Back in the day when people used cassette tapes. I used quite a those back in the day. Rocky 4 especially. Cassette tape player. Oh, Lionel Richie. I remember that song. All night long. Your song's more famous than you are. Yeah. Did he sign a Pepsi cup? Like all that little girl had was a Pepsi cup for him to sign. Not like a record or anything. So he received a call that changed everything. December 23rd, 1984. Harriet Sternberg? Okay. Wendy Rees, Trade of Services, Trading and Company. So they're talking about this trading guy. Dayo. E.R. Coleman, do you wanna go? Harry Belafonte. Which I remember that from Beetlejuice. In fact, I think from the VHS of Beetlejuice, they had like a little thing that had a bit of Harry Belafonte. They like to sell the soundtrack or something. Hmm. So a lot of news reports about famine in Ethiopia and other places in Africa. So Harry Belafonte was behind getting this stuff together? Because I know the song, of course, but I didn't know anything of the backstory. I didn't know Harry Belafonte had a part in it. Man. Oh yeah, Band-Aid. Yeah, you had Steen and all those other guys. So Trady and Harry Belafonte got this together. Definitely know about Quincy Jones. I will say first off, this is very well edited. It's telling the story and showing a lot of the clips incorporated in there to service the story. Like Quincy Jones, they have old footage with him. So now we hear his Quincy Jones' voice from an older interview. And thankfully, he's telling a bit of a linear story. He's not going all over the place time wise. I like that each time they bring up an artist, they show like all these various performances he did or she did. And of course, Michael Jackson, of course. Oh wow, yeah, that's an old photo. Yeah, a very young Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie, with the big afros. He was a steer to death of freeways, so he knew every back road to my house. So Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson at the house writing this song. So Lionel Richie's at Michael Jackson's place, and the bird can talk. Is fighting with an animal. He's like, I don't want to hold the chimp bubbles. I don't want to hold it. Yeah, what kind of billboard was that? It looked like the lady was topless. Yeah, but at this point, it looks like they haven't talked to Stevie Wonder. Yeah, that's true. Back in the day, you didn't have cell phones. You couldn't just email or anything. Nowadays, like, yeah, email this guy. Yeah, the American Music Awards. Larry Klein, producer, American Music Awards. Prince, Madonna, Cyndi Lauper. This guy looks like he'd be like evil sorcerer or something. He's ready to that or ready for Doctor Who. Yeah, Prince did have Purple Rain, the soundtrack in the movie. Yeah, Sheila E., yeah. Oh, wow. So, 1 won in Madonna and 1 won at Cyndi Lauper, and Cyndi Lauper won. That's actually surprising. It seemed like Madonna would be the bigger star, but I like Cyndi Lauper. Oh wow, they got Bruce Springsteen interviewed. I say that because maybe it's more common than I thought. Is I really haven't seen a lot of Bruce Springsteen interviews. Hmm. Just said Bob Dylan made sense, but the mid '80s weren't the best time for him. Van Halen was unavailable. They were on tour. Michael Jackson called Kenny Loggins. Wow. Okay. I don't know that Michael Jackson knew Kenny Loggins to call him like that. But yeah, that right there alone is pretty damn. So you have 10 days to record and they still haven't had their song yet. What? So Lionel, hell, he heard some albums fall, and he turned as a snake. And Michael Jackson's like, "Oh, I was looking for that snake for a while. He heard us singing. Come meet him." And Lionel just said, "I just streamed and ran off." I would too. Fuck snakes. Sorry, Michael. You keep that snake. Fuck snakes. Snakes can eat a dick. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, like they said, if it got leaked, that'd be the biggest bob you would have ever seen. Like, wait, Michael Jackson and Bruce Springsteen and Kenny Rogers and Diana Ross and Steve Wonder and everybody. Hmm. So Quincy Jones likes it. Now they gotta get a demo so the other people can hear the song and feel what it's like. Umberto Gatica, the recording engineer. Hmm. Very cool to see like all this old footage from back to the day. I mean, they actually have footage of Michael and Lionel doing the demo. Wow, yeah, she has the old footage of Michael and Lionel doing the demo. That's so cool, man. What a piece of history, man. I just see why, like, we got all this footage, of course, made a documentary on this. See, Stevie Wonder comes in, they were going to write this song. It's like, Steve, we did tell you. It was 3 weeks, though. It's 3 weeks ago. God, just look at, like, all the people involved with this. Like, the whole room just seems so cluttered. Like, you can barely move with the amount of people involved. Can you imagine if one of these tapes just got lost or... Oh, cool, Huey Lewis. Yeah, Smokey Robinson. There you go. With Smokey Robinson, the thing that I remember is he would do one of those cameos, and the person wanted him to say Happy Hanukkah, but he said it wrong, so he thought it was Chanukah. So Happy Chanukah. I don't know what Chanukah means. As I know, it's Hanukkah. It's a different way of spelling Hanukkah. So Tom Baller, vocal manager. Is that what he said? He was a white boy raised in a black gospel church. Almost sound like the Jerk. I'm a white guy raised in a poor black family. January 26th, 1985. 2 days to recording. Yeah. So Bruce Springsteen has a dirty sound. Teen London's has a clean sound. Hmm. So someone thought it was going to be, well, they come in and each person's seen one at a time and put it together. It's like, no, that would take way too long. We don't get everybody together in one room. And then you have to be careful about all the, what possible troublemakers there could be. And the day arrives, January 28th. I mean, you gotta host an award show, then you gotta leave, and you gotta get in the same room as Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Bruce Springsteen. At that time, they're thinking Prince. It's the day of the recording. They don't know Prince is not arriving. Dionne Warwick. A lot of canceled flights around Buffalo, yeah. Damn, he hosted any won 6 awards? So Sheila E. got to perform there solo. Because she was with Prince and on the tour, but. And there she is. So she was interviewed. Because we're just hearing her voice, but there she is on camera. Prince versus Michael rivalry, yeah. Ah, Prince won. Wow. That's crazy. When Doves Cry beat Thriller? I mean, I disagree. I mean, I would say the Thriller soundtrack and the Thriller song is better. Ah, so Model Jazz was the first to show up. I mean, it shows that you care more about this than the music awards. That's crazy. I mean, all while this award circuit is going on, he's here by himself in the studio, just saying, "We are the world. We are the children." But you tell that Michael Jackson actually really cared about this and really wanted to get it right. So there he is losing these awards at the American Music Awards, and really, Cyndi Lauper, because your boyfriend doesn't think it's a hit? Although to be honest, I mean, no one would miss that Cyndi Lauper wasn't on there. I mean, I like Cyndi Lauper, but I would not put her on the level of Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder and I'd be like, okay, fine, Cindy Lauper, goodbye. Let's get Madonna. Whether you like her just like Madonna, I think she would have been the better catch. That Celia would be the better catch. Would be her. Chitty Ego at the door. Exactly. Ken Wu is a cameraman. Okay. So my question is, who the hell told? Because there's people here. Like who arrived, and who the hell told people we were here? I mean, you have Bruce Springsteen shaking Michael Jackson's hand. You got Diana Ross there, Bette Midler. There's Bob Dylan. It is a funny line. If a bomb landed on this place, John Denver's back on top. It's like there's Dan Aykroyd right there in the back. I was surprised they didn't talk with Dan Aykroyd just to hear like what his thoughts were on this whole thing. Oh yeah, Band Aid, that guy. It's pretty much the guy who worked on Band-Aids telling people here about what's going on in Ethiopia and Africa. Interesting that the camera decided to push right into Michael Jackson. Oh yeah, that's true. They don't have a lot of time because it's like 11:30 at night. It was like 11:30 at night. You got one night only. You gotta make sure you got all these people in one room. You got all these people behind the scenes. Very complicated. Holy shit. Yeah, you see Bob Dylan there saying he can't really do the high notes. So I just like Bob Dylan knows like he's yeah, he does look the most uncomfortable. Because it's not really his way of singing, not really his way of doing it. So I think there's part of him wondering if this was a mistake. Yeah, I would assume it got very warm. Yeah, all those people in the room and all the lights and stuff, it must be sweating like a son of a bitch. 1:28 a.m. Under no circumstances do we veer off from what it is. Don't go into, okay, well, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Now Steve wonders, like, we need Swahili? We don't need no Swahili in this. What the hell? Duh, man. Oh my god. No, Stevie, I love you, man, but we don't need Swahili here. There's another fire to clear up. Dash. People like, no, no, no. Waylon Jennings left. The guy who sung the Dukes of Hazzard theme. He's like, I don't know what Swahili is. I ain't seen it. Come on, Stevie Wonder. Come on. You're screwing everything up, Stevie. Come on. I'm sure it's like, come on. Like, who... Stupid. Oh my god. Like, all this because Stevie Wonder had to open his mouth. Stevie Wonder had to open his mouth, for fuck's sake. People are confused. Smokey Robin says, like, okay, Michael, what does shalala mean? Like, what does that mean? Like, no one knows what it means. Ray Charles was like just having the best time, just always smiling. Like, they all start singing, "Yeah, come in, they wanna go home. They wanna go home." They all start singing Harry Belafonte song. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Utero Belafonte was really touched about that. So Stevie Wonder showed Ray Charles the bathroom, and they're like, "Well, it really is the blind leading the blind." Wow. Now everybody started asking everybody for their autographs. God, now it's 4 in the morning. That's too bad for Sheila E. She started feeling, well, it seems like I'm here just because you want Prince here. Mm. So while the Huey Lewis took over for what Prince was going to do, good choice, because I liked Huey Lewis. Huey Lewis seems like a good dude. And I've always been a fan of his. Stuff he did for Back to the Future, a lot of other songs. See, now this section, like, some of the people are gone now. There's more people are doing more of the solos, so you definitely cut it in half, and it's like almost 5 in the morning now. Jesus. Well, I mean, you got this far. Might as well keep going. But yeah, a lot of cool info in this so far. What happened with Prince? Huey Lewis took over for Prince. The guy who was saying the Deuce of Hazzard theme, he left. This is the whole. See, wanted to bring up the Swahili thing, which went nowhere, so it was a waste of time. Yeah, everybody had to be on their game at that point. Yeah, I don't blame Quincy Jones. It's like we don't have much time. It's a technical problem. Whatever it takes, we gotta get this shit going. Whatever it takes, god damn it. The other thing, like, is it's hot, it's steaming up. Yeah, a little touch, a little bit, because time is wasted, and it's like we don't have much time left. Who is this? Yeah, he's. This guy's screwing up badly. Jesus. This guy drank too much. Jesus Christ. Ow. I don't remember who this guy is. Like, don't need him. Didn't need him. I don't think people remember the song because of this guy, Al. Yeah, Steve Perry is a great singer. Great singer. He was like just freaked out. Cindy Harper's like, I'm watching these guys say it. I'm trying to remember to breathe. Yeah, Huey Lewis, you tell his nerves about it. I guess I can't blame him with everybody that's in this damn crowd. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Had to get some stuff done. So I'm paused at 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 46 seconds in. And sorry I haven't said much in this commentary. It's pretty much me like listening, trying to hear what they say and not miss it. That's the So I'm sorry it's not the most interesting commentary, but this is a pretty good documentary so far. We got 24 minutes left. At this point, Huey Lewis. It's supposed to be with the solo Jackson says a line, then Huey Lewis, then Cyndi Lauper, then this. I'm sorry, I forget who this lady is. But I guess now they changed it where the last one's going to be them harmonizing, and Huey Lewis is even more nervous. Like, wait, I gotta do this too? What now? So, I did 1 hour, 12 minutes, 46 seconds in. Unpause now. So now I was trying to feel like, what am I supposed to do? Hmm. So Cyndi Lauper has stuff on her mic. It's probably her stuff she's wearing. There's all the stuff she's wearing. That's probably what it is. It's the stuff on her damn necklace. I would bet money that's what it is. I would bet money. Yep, it was all her necklace. That worked a lot better. That worked a lot better. But yeah, like you see that Bob Dylan so uncomfortable being there, and it does make me want to rewatch that music video now. So you got Bob Dylan here now. He's just mumbling. He's like nervous. It's like he's nervous or something. Yeah, he's just mumbling and stuff. It's like this ain't working. Yeah, you tell he's just completely uncomfortable. He's Yeah, it's like he doesn't know how to do it because he's used to seeing his own way, but everybody's so much bigger and so much more louder. That's the You don't just have to be a musician; you have to be a psychologist. Psychiatrist, yeah. Stevie Wonder's helping him. That's cool. See, that's cool to see. Like Stevie Wonder helping Bob Dylan. Steve is saying it ventriloquially through Bob Dylan. Wow. Well, I mean, that definitely helped out with the whole Swahili catastrophe. Yeah, just Bob Dylan's not really used to, like 100 people around. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Absolutely. And he's like, oh, that wasn't any good. And Bob Dylan's like, oh, that wasn't any good. Let's go to Bruce Springsteen, talk about Bob Dylan. And we're at to 7 a.m. now. Damn. Yeah, I think you're on a whole tour, and then you just been off for a day, and then you've been singing the chorus, and now you guys sing a bit of solo here. Be surprised if sounds like that broken glass in his throat. But I think the guy said this is was a quintessential Springsteen. I think Bruce says, I'm legitimately on vacation now. Yeah, but it's great to hear from Bruce Springsteen and Huey Lewis. Sadly, like Kenny Rogers no longer with us. Michael Jackson's no longer with us. Among other people. Quincy Joe's tired as hell. The cameraman's like, "Where's my paycheck?" This is volunteer. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I got this T-shirt. Oh, that's sad. So Diana Ross was crying, and she's saying, "I don't want this to be over." Uh, man, Diana Ross saying, "I don't want this to be over." Man, man, those white boys really brought it. Like I said, just so cool to get Bruce Springsteen, Lionel Richie, and Huey Lewis on this. Cyndi Lauper. Just weird, like some of the people, like why was Bette Midler there? Why was Dan Aykroyd there? I mean, 3 months later. It was played everywhere in the world at the same time. It is a good song too. I do think it's a good song. Of course, cynical people be like, "Oh, okay, here's a bunch of celebrities getting together and thinking they're holier than thou, and thinking that scene's going to really solve problems, and they're still starving." I mean, there's people still starving in Africa to this day. So, did it really help at all? Did it really change anything? There are still it's just people getting their egos showcased more so. Much more cynical people could and would say that. So they're showing like the impact. They have old footage of just people in crowds singing the song. Sold 1 million in a weekend. Following its release, We Are the World achieved significant recognition, winning Record of the Year and Song of the Year at the 1986 Grammy Awards and a special award at the American Music Awards. But I feel bad for Sheila. I mean, if they had told her she was going to have a line and then they took it away, or they weren't really going to do it because they were just hoping Prince would get there, that's shitty. That's shitty business. Harry Belafonte. Since the release, it raised over 80 million, 160 million 2024 dollars for humanitarian causes. So you had Farm Aid, you had Live Aid. God, look at that crowd. It's crazy crowd. There's a lot of Richie, Harry Belafonte. Wow. Look at that crowd. It's amazing, that crowd. Holy shit. This is a really good documentary, I say. That's very good. Enjoy coming home because there's going to be a time where you can't come home. The house will be there, but the people. The house will be here, but the people in the house won't be there. So Lionel Richie's in the same room that it happened. Pause. Yeah, it says here, in love and memory of Harry Belafonte, Michael Jackson, Ken Cragen, Ray Charles, James Ingram, Al Jarreau, Anita Pointer, June Pointer, Kenny Rogers, Tina Turner. Unpause. So yeah, Kenny Rogers, Tina Turner, Michael Jackson, Harry Belafonte. And of course, playing the song as well. And they're showing still pictures from the event. Man. It's just crazy. I mean, it's a great song. Just, of course, it's playing. I didn't say much during this commentary because I just was entranced in the documentary, just listening to the interviews, seeing all that old footage. This is a very well done documentary. I gotta say, this was really good. Dan Aykroyd just so doesn't fit in this. It's like anytime I see him, I'm like, why are you here? I mean, I know he was like part of the Blues Brothers, I guess, but I'm saying that like, why is Dan here? It's funny they had like a thing where it was like one of the records or something, and it's like they were in alphabetical order. So Aykroyd was number one, his last name. I'm surprised they did not interview Dan Aykroyd. Going, you're the fly on the wall. How did you feel? Who asked you? You know, what was it like? Your point of view. That's probably one thing I would have done is like just because you were there or fly on the wall, just what the whole experience was like. But yeah, a lot of interesting info in this. A lot of interesting info. I mean, how it got started, Harry Belafonte, Lionel Richie, how was Lionel Richie, Bottle Jazz pretty much wrote the song. Waylon Jennings, who sang the theme for the Good Old Boys, how he was part of it, but then he left. He fucking left in the middle of it, which I thought was pretty funny. You know, Stevie Wonder with the whole, oh hey, how about some Swahili in it? But then he kind of got some retribution for himself when he, actually, let me see, there's like a minute left. See if there's anything extra at the end here. Oh, it's just letting the song play out, yeah. But yeah, the whole bit with the like Bob Dylan, him being nervous, Stephen Wonder helping him out, the Huey Lewis being nervous, and how again his part was meant for his part was meant for Prince. There's a lot of cool stuff there. So Gadget Turtles do very well edited documentary. I love seeing all the old footage in there. Bruce Springsteen, Huey Lewis, those good interviews. Kenny Loggins, of course, mention him. Bravo, I really liked it. Really did enjoy this. So this was a nice, pleasant surprise, I gotta say. So, very cool. So thanks, James, once again. Sorry it wasn't the most talkative commentary. Just like I said, I was just sort of listening and wanted to pay attention to see what was happening and stuff. Didn't want to talk over it. But thank you, James. Highly recommend it. Recommend it. Even if you don't have Netflix, there's always other ways to check it out. Trust me, there are. So yeah, definitely check it out. Even if it seems like it's not appealing, like I said, it's 90-some minutes long, so it goes at a good pace. There's a lot of nuggets of information, a lot of footage from old. It's a linear, so it's to sometimes documentaries try to be like, okay, they go over the timeline, and it gets a bit confusing. They went linear here. That was I thought the best decision to do with that. Very cool. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.